Every platform that I sell on has its pros and cons. Poshmark holds a special place in my heart because they are one of the easiest platforms to resell on. I've been on Poshmark for several years now. I started by just putting, certain items cross-posting over there. Now I put all of them over there. And since selling on the platform for multiple years, I have learned a few things that really work in terms of making consistent sales. The first time I tried Poshmark, I was unsuccessful and I was like, this is not going to work. Now that I've kind of figured out a routine and a rhythm and what really works to get customers to purchase products, I feel like I'm thriving over there, and it has become a great stream of revenue for me in my reselling business. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips to be successful on Poshmark. Before we dive into today's tips video, I did want to thank a sponsor of my channel, which is GRO Pack. I just got a nice shipment from GRO Pack, and I got to show you guys these mailers. GRO Pack is a shipping supplies website. They sell different kinds of mailers. Bubble mailers, poly mailers, even gift bags, and I am really shocked by their prices. Their website is super clean and simple, which I really appreciate. They're really to the point. You basically pick your type, you pick your size, and then you pick your quantity. And the one thing I really like about their website is you can really order in bulk. On other sites where I have purchased mailers from in the past, you can usually only get like maximum 200 in a pack. But on GRO Pack, it goes up and up and up. And the more that you buy in bulk, the more affordable it is for you. So with as much as we ship out, I really appreciate a website that allows me to order in bulk. Like I said, they are super clean, super simple. They offer mostly just different colors, but they also offer a couple of pattern ones, which I'm excited to share with you today. So I got this one. This is a pink mailer. This is one of their poly sizes. These, by the way, are the 10 by 13 mailers. I use 10 by 13 for pretty much everything. They fit t-shirts, they can fit jeans. They just work perfectly for the clear bags that I use. Really gorgeous, like cobalt blue. Ooh, this is a pretty color. This is their forest green. I love this color. This is gorgeous. Printed poly mailers. These are super cute. How happy and fun is this floral print? If you guys like the printed mailers, I will tell you they go really, really quick. If you see them in stock, I would definitely snatch them up. So like I said, all of these are the 10 by 13 mailers, and that is like the perfect size for most things in my business. One of the things I absolutely adore about GRO Pack is that these things do not cling to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I use poly mailers, once I tear these off, they cling to me, they stick to me, they drive me nuts. Doesn't happen with GRO Pack, at least the ones I have gotten so far, which I was pleasantly surprised with. So lots of new to me colors and prints, and I'm so super excited about it. Like I said, they are just super affordable, well worth the investment. And like I said, I really appreciate that their website is just so clean and simple. So thank you to GRO Pack for sponsoring my channel. If you guys are interested, the link will be down below for GRO Pack, and there's also a coupon code. If you guys use my coupon code down in the description box, you will get 10% off of your first order. So please use my affiliate link below and use that coupon for your discount. All right, so like I said, I've got 5 tips that we're gonna dive into. The very first one is the one I consider the most important, and I probably talk about this on every single tips video, but again, it is because it is the most important. And that is to be consistent while listing. I could go on and on about this, but obviously you want to list desirable items first and foremost, making sure that they are something that your customer actually wants. But once you've got that down and you are sourcing good items, then being consistent is what is going to take your sales to the next level. Any platform, especially Poshmark, needs to see consistent activity to show that you are a trusted seller on their platform. So if you're someone who can only list a couple of days a week, then consider taking that and spreading them out, really hold them back into your drafts and pepper them throughout the entire week, every single day. So if you can only work 1 day a week and you can only list 7 items, set them active 1 every single day to get more activity in your store and show that you are a consistent seller. Number 2 is that you absolutely 100% have to share your items. Some people consider this a drawback of Poshmark because every other platform doesn't really require sharing, but Poshmark is unique that you have to share your items in order to stay up at the top of the search page, which automatically defaults to just shared. So if you're not one of the people with a similar item who has just shared your item, chances are you're going to be very, very low in search and buyers are never going to see your item. So consistently sharing your items every single day is a must. Poshmark now has a bulk feature where you can multi-select items and share them all at once. Still has to go through a queuing one by one, but it's a lot faster than what it used to be. And if you're somebody like me who doesn't want to spend the time doing that, you can also use a service like Poshmark. Poshmark is a godsend when it comes to Poshmark because it's basically like having a virtual assistant. And once you set it all up, it does sharing for you. It can send offers, it can drop your prices, it can relist items, it does all kinds of things. I mainly use it for the sharing and for the sending out offers automatically. And then I use it on certain days to drop prices, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. So sharing your items is super important. A lot of people ask me how often a day you should share it. I recommend sharing at least 2 times a day. And if you are somebody who has a very small closet, I mean, you can share your entire closet in like seconds. So I would do it even more than 2 times a day. It really isn't a perfect number, but obviously the more you share, the better. I also get asked when is the best time to share. So if you're using a service like Poshmark or if you're manually doing it, when is the best time to go ahead and sit down and do that or to set up the extension to do that? The answer is whenever your buyers are most active. Try to think about when people are actually going to be on the app. So maybe early in the morning, during lunchtime, or when they get off of work. If you're somebody who can't share during those times or you can't use an extension to set that up, then don't worry about it because sharing and doing it consistently every single day is more important than which time you're going to do it. But if you want that little bit of extra edge, then share it during peak times. Number 3 is interact and be responsive with your customers. If your customers have a question or if they're sending you in offers, even if it's a lowball offer, it is really important to respond quickly because you are more likely to capture a sale when you respond quickly. Very easy to lose a sale if you lose your buyer's interest by not responding to their questions or their offers. I try to answer questions twice a day, once in the morning and once towards the evening time. That way I can capture as many sales as possible. And sometimes if I see a question come through and I'm able to respond in the moment, then I do that, and that is definitely the best option. Like I said, buyers lose interest fast, so you want to respond to them quickly and capture that sale. If you're not somebody who has set times per day to respond to your customers' questions, then I would recommend doing that. It really helps to hold you accountable to following up quickly. Number 4 is participate in events that Poshmark hosts. Now, I'll just say that Poshmark holds a lot of events. They do a lot of things. There are just a lot going on. The one that I would definitely participate in is closet clear out. There is a reason that platforms push these certain sale events onto their sellers and onto their buyers, and it is because the strategy works. So on closet clear out day, which I believe is every Friday and Sunday, Poshmark offers to pay a discounted shipping rate if you drop your prices 10% or lower. If you do that, your buyer will receive a notification that you've dropped your price and that they can get it for that price and discounted shipping on Closet Clear Out Day. And remember, Poshmark pays that difference, so it is of no extra cost to you. So if you're already going to drop prices, maybe on items that are stale or you just want to move some items that day because sales are slow, doing it on Closet Clear Out versus other days definitely has a major advantage. I participate in Closet Clear Out about once a month. I drop my prices every single month for any items that are 90 days or older. Do what works for you, but absolutely that sale event is totally worth participating in. And again, if you use an extension like Poshmark or another extension that can drop prices for you, it is so super simple. Just a couple of clicks and it does all the work for you. And number 5 is to be more search engine friendly. So when you list an item, you want to include proper information, don't include anything that is false, and add in some really good keywords. Unlike a platform like eBay, the description is actually searchable on Poshmark, which means if a keyword does not fit in your title, you can still include it in the description box and show up in search. You want to try to think about keywords that your buyer for that specific item is going to look for. Think to yourself, what is somebody going to search in order to get to this specific item? How can I put keywords in to narrow down a search so that mine is the first one that pops up? I do something called a style profile in my description box where I will include a bunch of relevant keywords in hopes that it will pull the listing in search. But again, do not put anything false. Don't make things too much of a stretch, because if you put in keywords that don't really belong to the item you have, you are going to get buyers that click into your listing and then turn away quickly. It's basically presenting a false hope and a false narrative of the item. So only put things that are true, and make sure to include some keywords that are going to bring buyers to that specific item and what makes that item unique. I really want to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about, because I feel like this is a concept that takes newer resellers a really long time to get, and it is super important. So let me drive this point home for you. Let's get an example and use this Express Women's Portofino top. So let's create some titles for this item. In the first example, we have a title of Express Women's Long Sleeve Pink Shirt Size Small. This title was great for anyone who is looking for a long sleeve pink shirt. In the second example, we have a title of Express Dressy Button Down Top Small, which is great for anyone who is looking for an express small button down top. The problem with both of these titles is that they don't include the keywords that the other one has. So the first example is going to exclude any buyers that are looking for a button down top, and the second one is going to exclude any buyers who are looking for a long sleeve pink top. And so the less keywords you use, you're basically excluding a whole buying pool of people, and you're also not going to show up in search, because there are a ton of Express long sleeve pink shirts, and there are a ton of Express button down tops in a size small. So in order to create a quality, highly searchable title, and one that is more likely to show up at the top of the feed for the right specific buyer, you need to include all of the specifics in either your title or your description box for the Poshmark listing. By using all of these keywords, we can increase our buying pool for people who are searching for all of these terms. And the right buyer for this item is one who is looking for the specific style, which is the Portofino top in a size small in the pink color. And so the right buyer for this item, the one that is most likely to purchase it, will probably be searching for almost all of these search terms. And if you include all of them and they are searching all of those terms, yours will be the first to show up at the top of the feed. It's really going to narrow down the search results for the correct buyer, and therefore increase the likelihood that they will purchase yours. If this all seems kind of confusing, just know that the more accurate information you put into your listing and the more keywords you use to describe your item, the more likely you will be to make a sale. Just make sure it is accurate and true. The goal is to bring the correct buyer to your listing, the one that is looking for that exact item, not to bring the most eyes on to your item. All right, guys, that's it for my 5 tips today. Those 5 are the tips that I follow in my own business in order to have consistent sales on Poshmark. Like I said, it wasn't easy in the beginning, and nothing ever is, and I really had to work at it for a while to see those consistent results. But when I did all of these 5 things, I started seeing the sales. So I hope that you guys enjoy this tips and tricks video. If you would like to see more, then subscribe down below and hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every single time videos like this go live. And don't forget, if you are interested in GRO Pack, the information for that will be down below in the description box. And again, you can use that coupon code. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.